Alright guys, I'm starting without you. We're going to make some chartreuse here, and I already had some old chartreuse left over because I've been making these. Let me get this started, guys. Sometimes I'm like most other males. I can't do two things at one time. And a lot of it's as you get older. As you get older, it's hard to do two things at one time. I made some black and chartreuse baits for a friend that asked me about making him some, and I'm going to show you one of them. So I made me a couple. I think I had 5 with me, and I went fishing today with them. So I'm making this after the fishing trip, guys. So I'm being honest here with you, okay? And that's what they look like. They're chartreuse belly with silver, black, and chartreuse flakes, and a black back. And see, this one came out nice. And I made a couple batches of them here. And the water, I went up in the river end this morning, and the water was pretty stained. I wasn't expecting that, but we've had a lot of rain. And the river end gets muddier easy. But I haven't been up there for, guys, a month or so, because we've had so much rain. But I was expecting it to look better than that, because I was working up that way the other week, and the backwaters up there look good. So I don't know where the mud was coming from with the stained water. But anyway, this black and chartreuse worked really good, and I caught fish on it. So I thought, I'll go ahead and make a pour to catch with this. So now I'm doing the pour part, because to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting that bait to be that good, or I wasn't expecting to have any stained water anytime soon when I was making it. So now I make all colors. I had other colors with me I think I could have pulled that, caught fish with. I said this in the video while I was fishing. Bluegrass is one of my favorite colors when the water's got a little stain to it, which is a blue back and chartreuse belly, right? So yeah, I think I could have caught fish on some other stuff, but hey, we need to pour to catch it so y'all have a chance to win some baits. Now I gotta get this up to 350, and I gotta get the other pieces to mix in with it here. I know, I can tell you right now, guys, by just handling it there, it's not 350. Okay, it's 270. I can tell pretty good now, but I gotta get it to that. So when I get it to 350, I'm gonna have to put it in the vacuum chamber over here. And after I do all that, I'll get back with you. Okay, let me get both gloves. I want to show y'all something. I've never done this on this channel. Okay. Can y'all see all the bubbles in that? Now, my vacuum chamber is right here. I'm going to put this in the vacuum chamber. This thing has a rubber lip that seals it. Going to open it, and it's going to make some noise. Now, what this vacuum chamber is going to do, you can see the needle moving here. It's taking the air out of this container. This little pump right here is. Now, what I want you to see, if you watch the bubbles, see it foaming up on top? I don't know how well this camera's going to carry because I'm shooting through a piece of plexiglass here. Alright. Look at all those bubbles it's taking out. That's what a vacuum chamber does right there, guys. Takes all them bubbles out. See it all popping there. Okay, the flakes I'm using, the glitter I'm using is 008. I'm not going to say it's the smallest you can get, but I was on Lowrance looking last night, the smallest they have. It's very, very small. Y'all can see that. You can see them on my knife there. They're very, very small. Most people are using 35, size 35 for bass baits. And there's a size 15 in between that. And I like the 15 for crappie baits too. I like the 15 and I like this 08. But this 08, it's kind of a color in itself. You can change the color with it. And you're going to see when I make these baits, they're going to have a lot of sparkle in the belly and the chartreuse, and that's what I want. Alright, now we're going to shoot. This is the belly. I'm shooting half of it. And I'm going to show you how it changes in a minute. Like I said, I'm still learning. And I'm going to go ahead and do some willowtails while I'm doing it. I'm going to shoot 2 molds at a time. I ain't waste my time shooting 1 mold. Alright? Now I'm gonna set this over to one side. What I've been doing, guys, is taking an old towel and laying it across that chartreuse, because I'm gonna shoot black next. It helps keep it warm, so don't take as long to heat it up, hopefully. Okay? Now we're gonna let that cool. I'm gonna give it about 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll open them up. Here's what I gotta do now. Now we open this mold. All right, this way, Dennis. All right, see, we just got half. You don't see that? It's just half of it. Now, I can't pour again with this piece in, so what I gotta do is I gotta take this runner out of the bait. All right. And I try to keep them in I try to keep the baits in where they go. It's very difficult. All right, so there's 2 of them came out. I remelt that. I remelt all my pieces left over, guys. I got tubs up here, Tupperware bowls, that I put it in, and I remelt it. I do not throw it away. I use it on swim baits, rubber worms. You can take some of these odd colors, and you can make black out of about anything, or some kind of dark brown for Ned rig or anything like that. All right, now that's the chartreuse belly. Okay, now I'll make sure all the tails are in place. This is the other half. I'll take the other half, put it on there. Now it's ready. Now, willow tails are the same way. I'm gonna try to hold it so it don't all come out, but they do sometimes. Now I can cut the tails off at the tails, or I can come up like this and cut them off and leave that little piece of roundness on them. And I think I've been doing it like that lately. I don't know if it's any better. I just feel like it's better. So I'm gonna do that to all these tails, put it back together, then we're gonna pour the black. I remelted the black. I already had the black, so all I had to do was remelt it, and I had it too hot. Now it's down to 306. That's what I had it at 325. I've been sitting there waiting for it to cool off, and that's what I was telling you a while ago. If you get it too hot, it messes up the chartreuse. If you don't get it hot enough, it doesn't make a bond to the chartreuse that we put in there. So you got to find that happy medium on it. All right, let's let that cool. I shot the black. Now when we pull it out, it should be black back, chartreuse belly. I think they probably cooled enough. Here we go. Dun, da, da, da. I can't do a drum roll like Chris does. Here's what I don't understand. How does all that chartreuse show up, and I have 2 that are black in the bottom? All right, there's one that didn't take. That looks good. Like I said, guys, I'm still learning with this plate. This has that lamination plate. It looks good. They've done it. But I get one once in a while that doesn't take all the way like that. And I tell you what, I usually just put those in my bag and I fish with them. And I catch fish with them. I had 2 of them didn't come out. So I got to do another batch. And see, here's one that the black ended up on the bottom instead of the top. So I don't know, but we'll do another batch. That way we'll have enough to send you. So that's pretty. Put it up where y'all can see it. Isn't that pretty? All right, guys. Like I said before, I caught crappie on these this morning, so I thought I'd come home and show you how I made them, so I could do a pour to catch on them. All right. Remember, almost forgot. Remember, put a number down. We're doing 1 through 150. That's what we're still doing. 1 through 150. Whoever gets close to the number, I'm going to send them a couple packs, and I'll send some other stuff too, some flukes, and I might even have some mullet-tails here I'll send. All right, guys, put your number down. See you next time. Watch the video, and we'll see you on the outro. All right, guys, I found a crappie. You ain't gonna believe this. You can see how dirty the water is. Let me get my net open here a little ways. Yeah, it's the first one. Now, I'm a long ways from home, guys. I'm way up the river. Last time I was out yesterday on some of the areas I've been catching fish, there wasn't no fish there. So today I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna make a big move today. I just left the house. This first place I stopped. That's a nice crappie too, guys. All right, guys, found another crappie. He's not that big, but I tell you, I said this before, guys. If I lose him, I can't show him to you. And sometimes they jump right at the boat. He's hooked good. Now, look, I don't see a bunch of fish here. I'm going to show you all my depth finder what I'm seeing. Look, I know it's stumps here. I know it's about 3 stumps down through here. It's an old tree in the water. See, the lake's up some because we've had a lot of rain. See how the water's stained. Okay, the water's stained. He's not a big one, guy. He's about 9.5. The first one was about 11, probably 11 and a half. Be free. Trying to copy Ned there, ain't I? Oh, guys, found another one. I moved up, guys. I'm up in a creek now. I have caught fish in this creek a year ago. First time. I ain't been here since last November, I don't think. Don't think I have. I don't think I've been up here this year. So we've had so much rain, this creek stays so nasty looking. And I've never fished. I found a piece of cover, probably flood. Came with the flood during all the rain we've had. And I find it again here. Found a piece of cover in the creek. I get in where y'all can see. And them bright spots in there are crappie, but as you can see, they're gonna be very hard to get to. All right, guys. Sorry about that. My camera stopped, and I got looking at it, and it said the SD card was full. But you can see the crappie came off in the net, so I just held him in the net. Something done bit him right there. Look at that. And that's a white crappie too, guys. That's number 7. 7 he bit on both sides. I make 7 white crappie I've caught this year on this lake. I caught quite a few on the video y'all gonna see probably before this on Kerr Lake the other day, but we don't have many here. Now I've caught 2 crappie here out of this little tree that's in the water. It's probably washed in from the flood. We've had so much rain. Let's see if we can find a couple more. Guys, I found another one. That tree I showed you, it's got some crap in it. I told you they're gonna be hard to get out of there, but this one came right up and grabbed it. And you know what? I'm using a color that first time I ever made black and chartreuse. And I made it because I had somebody ask me to make some for them. And I thought, well, okay, that's a nice crappie guy. He's 10.5 probably. I said, okay, I'll try black and chartreuse. So I made some for him. Actually, I made him in the willowtail, and I thought I'd make some in his shad body as I was making them. And as you can see, it's working good in the shad body. And I'm just pitching it out in this treetop I showed you, and trying to draw them out of the treetop without getting in the treetop. Okay. I'm just shaking at the treetop like that, just like that. Oh, just like that. I just messed one. All right, let's pitch it back over again. Y'all know I'm limping on the trolling motor. This is when I like the trolling motor to really be working when I'm trying to. Just like that, guys. Live action. That's what I'm doing. Pitching it and just run it across top of that treetop. And as it comes across that treetop, they're rolling up out of it and grabbing it. And that's what the crappie should do for feeding. Because they're up on top of that tree. Some of them are. Some of them are lower. But most of them are up on top of that tree. You can see how white he is because the water's so dirty. And that's a black crappie there, guys. All right. Thank you. Well, guys, I found another one. I'm telling you, I done been clean up to there and looking, and I didn't see any up there. I seen 1 or 2. These quit on me, so I came back to them. It's been half an hour, but I've been up here looking around that cement and old bridge piling, and he's a small one. Found another one. I went back. I got hung up a couple times. I went back and tied on one of my jigs with the weed guard on it, with the nylon weed guard on it that I make. I've got a video about that too, how to make a jig weedless. See the little piece of nylon on it? It don't take much, just enough to get out in front of it so it hits the limb. And you can make them longer. The longer they are, the easier it is for the fish to pull them down. He's been bit too. You can get a piece of his tail bit off. He's probably 10 inches, right out of keeper size. Hey guys, this is the next cast. Can't believe it. Like I said, it's only about 8 to 10 there. And there's a couple, the one I caught this now was off of
something to one side of it. But so total, it might be 15 here, but they're interested in eating. That's the main thing, right? I have found big schools. He's about 8. He's probably 8 5/8. I have found big schools of crappie sometimes 30 and 40 and can't even get them to bite you. Find a school like this at 15, maybe 20. And some down in the tree. I can see them down in there, and they're interested in feeding. But the watercolor helps a lot, guys. A lot of times when you have stained water like this, it's not terrible. It's stained. That log limb right there, y'all can't see the end of it out. I can see it underwater a good little ways before it disappears. So visibility is probably 8 to 10 inches. Guys, I caught this one underneath the boat. I done drifted up on top of the tree because I was ready to leave, and I thought I'd just get up on top of it. And I know they were little. I could tell they were little. But anyway, I dropped my bait down there just like that right there. I just dropped it in like that down there, let it fall down, right down into to the tree. All right, then I just kind of vertical jig it there a little bit, and I seen them get all excited, and I just kept doing that, and then one of them grabbed it. It's called vertical jigging, right? Just like that. Live action, guys. There you go. See, sometimes you can vertical jig for crappie, isn't that something? All right. And yeah, I do that a lot of times with a 10 to 12 foot pole. You know, you can reach out there and do that. But sometimes they get spooked. When the water has a stain to it, though, you can get a little closer. Now, clear water on this lake, I've watched them run from the trolling motor. I've hit spot lock, and the trolling motor would spin around to move me in the wind. You know, the wind's pushing me. And I've seen the crappie go, take right off. And then there's times that you can get right on top of them like this, and it doesn't seem to make any difference. But the watercolor makes a difference. I think a cloudy day will make a difference. And I think it depends on how thick the cover is. If you got real thick cover, like these treetops and stuff, and how deep. Now, the guys, I'm only in 9 foot of water. Somebody's gonna say, well, I fish brush piles in 25 foot or 20 foot all the time over top of them. I'm in 9 foot of water. So right there's 8.7. If you're in deep water, yeah, you can get 20 foot of water, you can get right on top of them, you know. But 9 foot of water, you know they see the boat, right? You know they can hear me. You know they can hear me shuffling my feet around. All right, guys, now I gotten back from it. I'm 15 feet from it now, and I just threw out there and was just swimming the jig through the brush, and he rolled up like he owned it. That was mine. I tell you what, I'm gonna repeat myself. I would have never used black and chartreuse. Now I have some Bobby Garlands that are chartreuse with the black back, and I have used them years ago. In fact, I've done better on the pink with the black back. I can't remember what he calls that now in Bobby Garland's when the water's stained. I've done better with that, and I have the chartreuse in black. And I was thinking about making some pink and black ones, okay? That has been on my mind. But I was gonna do it next spring. We have a lot of rain in the spring. This lake gets stained really bad. So I was gonna wait till then and do that. But somebody out there is gonna get some black and chartreuse shad bodies. They're called stinger shad, guys. That's what the mold's called, so I'm just calling what the mold is, stinger shad. Somebody's gonna get some of these. Oh, had one chase me there. And look here. Y'all wondering if it's any good. I said this the other day. I made a video about my new molds. Oops. I got him caught in the net, guy. His hook got caught in the net. I couldn't get in the net. I made a video about my new molds, and I've already loaded it, guys. So it was on a Wednesday. But anyway, I said this when I made that video. This Willowtail, all right, guys, this Willowtail mold I got, and this Stinger Shad mold are going to be two good molds to add to my collection. That little thing has a good action, a little stinger tail they call it. You see that little tail? And I can make dual colors with it since I have that laminated plate. I'm not very good at it yet. I'm not very good at it yet, but I can make two color baits.
Okay, guys, pour to catch chartreuse with a black back. I made these, as I said at the beginning, guys, I made these for a friend. He said, I want some chartreuse and black baits. So I was okay. And I just got this mold. It's got a lamination plate, so you pour one color, then you pour the other colors you see in the video. So I'm learning. Sometimes it seems like I'm only getting about 6 out of each pour. That's good. The colors are mixing on me. I'm trying different heat temperatures. But look, the ones that mess up some, where the Chartreuse is mixing some with the black and it's only Chartreuse in the middle, I'm catching fish from there. That's what I was using. The real pretty ones, I've been putting to the side to put in the bag to give to him. So I had to, after this trip today, and I caught some fish, I came back home today, this evening, and I made about 20 more. So I have some to send you, whoever wins. All right? So you got some fresh ones coming. I made them today. Go send them out to you. A number, 1 through 150. Whoever gets the closest to that number, and don't go over, is going to win these baits. And guys, I'm going to send you about 50 baits. When I used to send out, I send 50 to 60 baits. Sometimes I throw a hair jig in, whatever mood I'm in, okay? So I'm going to send you some. Appreciate every one of you. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you putting the guest number down, guys. Subscribe, put a number down. All right? Make sure you're subscribed if you're leaving a number, guys. Appreciate you. See you next time. My name is Dennis, right here on Fishing Lake Country.